Happy New Year's and welcome to 2023. This year, I'm gonna watch every anime possible. Wait, hold on one second. What am I signing up for? How many? Okay, 6,000? More than 6,000? Alright, so this is how I see it working out in my head. I'll take recommendations from you guys, either off Twitter, in the comments, or in our Discord. Links will be in the description below. And then I'll do a recap every 12 episodes. And I'm gonna watch all the content for that series. So if I watch a show that has 3 seasons and 5 movies, I'll complete all of that before I go on to the next show or series. Last but not least, this is not a full anime review. So instead, I'm gonna be recommending these shows based off of the vibes. How cozy or political or brain dead these shows are, and maybe it's something you might be interested in. Let's get to it. We got a lot of anime to watch, 633 pages. So I wasn't sure how I was gonna do this, like randomizing the anime. Luckily, a quick Google search found us randomanime.org, which has every anime, I believe, known in existence in here. And you could randomize through genre, sub, dub, full anime series, movies. It can get pretty precise if you wanted to. So we're gonna use this to start off the series. And shout out to Kyle Hawk, the hero we didn't know we needed. So if you wanna support, all the information's right there. Definitely go and check it out if you wanna find some new anime to watch. All right, without further ado, let's see what we get. Hopefully it's not like One Piece or Naruto offer it. Ooh, only yesterday. Let me see. Oh, this is a Studio Ghibli film. Actually, I got a confession to make. I've never seen a Studio Ghibli film. So this is gonna be fun. I don't know what I expect out of this one. So at the beginning of the movie, they play this soundtrack that's really somber and sets the tone for the whole movie. So you're introduced to Taiko, who's a woman about to go on vacation and has a lot on her plate that she's thinking about at the moment. During this time, she starts reflecting about her as a kid and the things she's gone through. The things I've got from this movie is that this is more about the human experience. At least that's how these stories are broken up. So the first story that I really latched onto was her as a kid wanting to do something for her summer vacation. But her parents didn't have money or any place that they can take them. So she goes on this little vacation, I guess, with her grandmother to the spa. But there's no one there her age. So she's just left to walk around and be bored and try all the spas or jacuzzis and everything by herself. Which leads into the second part where they get a pineapple during her vacation. And once again, she's excited to try it, but at the end is left feeling disappointed and wanting more. These little things as a kid don't mean anything when you look back, but as a kid yourself in the moment, it's something that feels heartbreaking. After these few general stories, as a viewer, you start to get nostalgic as well, because these are easy to relate to stories. The next story was about her first crush and how awkward and weird it was, but you can never forget that feeling. It even cuts back to her on her train ride, and she's still giddy as an adult, remembering these feelings and how it was. The movie has a really beautiful depiction of that feeling. After she finishes talking to the baseball player, she starts walking home, and then starts running. And you see her as she takes steps, she starts going into the sky and floating. After seeing imagery like that, it's hard not to get nostalgic as well. The next story is about how the boys in her class found out about the female period and how immature they were in the situations they brought on by being boys. At this point, we're halfway through the movie, and all the slow, awkward moments at the beginning start to make sense. This movie is definitely slow on purpose to emphasize all the awkward moments or all the true to life feelings that you have. You see it more after Taiko gets picked up by one of the farmers, and they're on a ride heading towards the farm. But there's something special about this scene. It starts off from an awkward conversation between two strangers and starts to turn into something borderline religious. As they go through the countryside and the curving roads, they get closer and closer to the fields and seeing all the flowers. Then this music starts to pick up. It's not just a regular song, it's more like a hymn. It feels like something you would hear in church. Like there's a spiritual backing to this moment as she pulls up to the field of safflowers and seeing all the villagers in there who are picking already. It was a beautiful scene that almost made me tear up. But what actually made me cry was during this scene. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put it in, but she gets slapped for coming outside and not putting on shoes. And I laughed so hard, bro. Anyway, back to the religious tones of the movie. She even has this handshake with one of the farmer's daughter, and it's very similar to the painting The Creation of Adam. The next story that was told confused me a bit. It was about her and how she was never good at math, and she was trying to describe how people who understand math tend to get their life together a lot easier. But after watching the next story, it starts to make a little more sense. She does her school play and gets invited to do another one, which her father doesn't allow. She finds out later that one of her classmates got invited to take her place, which leads to a conversation with her and her mother when they're out shopping. Her mother tells her, "You shouldn't let other people know that you were the first pick. Think about how that girl would feel." And as Taiko walks and thinks about it behind her mom, she goes from sad to determined, and there's this moment where she learns to brush it off. And as the viewer, you cut back to the beginning of the movie where you see all the disappointment she had through the spa with her grandma, through the pineapple and everything. But now you see at the end, there's a conclusion to it, that she has grown up, even just a little bit. She's matured and she's learned from these lessons. And I really think that's what this movie is about. Because later on it cuts to her as an adult and her answering the question that was proposed at the beginning of the movie. When are you getting married? I don't want to spoil the ending for anybody. If you haven't seen Only Yesterday, I definitely recommend it. The vibes for this are definitely cozy. If you're sitting at home, it's snowing outside, maybe it's raining a little moody, and you're feeling nostalgic, grab yourself a cup of tea, maybe some hot chocolate, a blanket, cuddle up on the couch with somebody, and definitely watch this movie. It's 2 hours. I truly enjoyed it. It was definitely something I needed to watch. All right, so we're going to roll to see what we're watching. I don't want to do these every week. I'm trying to grind out as many as possible. So depending on the series of the movies, we're just going to put these out, maybe 2 a day, depending on how it goes. All right, what the hell did I just roll? Sumba Miyoko no Cosmo. What? Bro, I can't even pronounce this. All right, see you next time. Subscribe.